Hello, everybody. Yes, I am still around. It was a bad year last year. I I put peat moss in my patch, and I suffer from one of those. Well, if a little peat moss is good, a lot of peat moss will be wonderful, and that was furthest from the truth. Because what ended up happening was I was starving my plants. I basically put them on a diet, which is not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to fatten them up. But luckily and hopefully, when I applied the peat moss, I, I did it with with the regular walk behind tiller, so it only got down about 4 or 5 inches. So last fall when my buddy tilled it in, it got down a good 10 inches. So hopefully the amount of peat moss is in here has been cut in half, and did other measures to help improve my soil. Whoops, the old hand out of the way. But enough of last year. We're gonna move on, and let me show you briefly about on the outside of the hoop houses, and then we will go into the hoop house. All right, so well, there you go. There are the hoop houses, and another lesson I learned from last year was put the windbreak up first. So that's what I did. I got all the windbreaks that I typically put in, as well as in the halfway point, because it's like 30 feet. I mean, a good 70 feet all the way across. So this helps break it up a little bit. And as an extra precaution, I put one here, and that kind of helps also with when the doors are open, as you can see. Um, the ground is just starting to dry out, so hopefully very soon I can get in here and till all these wonderful thistles. That's my weed of choice, I guess, because I have a huge problem with it every year. So I'll be able to till and mend and hopefully maintain those darn thistles. But you did not want to look at my dirt or my windbreak or my hoop houses. You want to see what's inside the hoop houses. So let's go on in there. All right, I'll first give you a overlook of the hoop house. I got you zoomed way out, so hopefully see it all. And this year I put some weed fabric right in the center, because this walkway would always fill up with weeds, and I would always say after I get done weeding the plants, I'll get to these, and I never get to these, and they turn into a forest, and it's just impossible to catch up. So that's another thing I did, was put landscape fabric down, and so far it seems to be doing well. And then I also made a little platform on that side of each planting area, and once the plants start vining out and start moving out, I'll just move those walking boards until essentially they're out of the hoop house. All right, so here we are looking at the 2144 Baron, and I just gave them a good feeding today. They're looking a little dry, and also inoculated them with a bunch of nice microbes, so they should enjoy that. So far, obviously, that's the best of the two. We finally got some good sun, so this guy is starting to green back up again. He did get started getting a little yellow, but he is looking good now. And then over on the opposite side of the Baron, we have the one seed I'm excited to grow, and hopefully it will do for me what it did for Pete. And this is his 1707.5 Caspers. And so far that guy's doing pretty good. This guy is doing decent. He had a his cotyledons were a little, he didn't quite come out as nicely as his sibling over here did, but he's still doing pretty good, still pretty happy. He's a healthy plant, so we'll see which one makes the cut when that dreadful day comes. So now let's head over to, I guess we can call it the East Hoop House. All right, so now we are over at the East Hoop House, and what we are looking at now is the 2147.5 Sipple. And I'll get a little bit closer look, plus the cord, but that's all right. They're looking pretty decent. I would say, there we go. This guy over here is doing a little bit better than that one, but not by much, so still a good race. And then last, but definitely not least, we have the 2118 Fries. I hope I'm saying that right. Here, I'd say it's about a dead heat. They are about neck and neck. Both their first, second, and third leaves are pretty much equal. So I'll be curious to see now that the weather has finally turned, which is another thing. Since I planted these guys, this is actually the very first day that we have sun, and it got up to 60 outside. Otherwise, it's always, we've been stuck in the 40s since Saturday, and today is Wednesday. So I basically had this cover over them, plus the lights, plus the heater on 24/7 minus the lights since Saturday. So happy to now that we can have the doors open, and we get to have them get actual normal natural light. So things should hopefully be ramping up pretty quickly. And there we go. Hi. It's fun you around. So there you have it. I'm hoping to have weekly updates, because that's just easier, help makes the videos shorter. And I am very optimistic for a very good year, so hopefully these videos will make it to the end of the season. So hopefully until next week, guys, I will see you later. Bye bye.